Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid eyes in hot water again over a comment he made linking unemployed men with a rise in domestic abuse.
I met with some people while I was home dealing with domestic abuse. It has gotten out of hand. Why? Men don't have jobs. Women don't have jobs either, but women aren't abusive most of the time. Men, when they're out of work, tend to become abusive.
So were Harry Reid's comments irresponsible or truthful? Let's ask someone who knows him well, his former senior advisor, Penny Lee, and for a fair and balanced debate, radio talk show host James Harris. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
All right, Penny, you're in the hot seat. The studies do show, actually, that domestic violence seems to increase when people are unemployed. But should Harry Reid be evoking this kind of sentiment on the House floor?
Nothing he said yesterday was untrue, as you just said. The sad truth is that it does increase. And he had just been to a domestic violence center in Nevada, and they had explained to him that we do need jobs, and we do, as they're facing high unemployment there in Nevada. So it was forefront on his mind, and he spoke from his heart there that we actually do need to take this issue on and address it.
All right, of course, I meant Senate floor. Yeah. James, let me ask you this, because even though the studies do show that there may be a correlation there, do you believe that this was a political attempt to get more people involved in his line of thinking?
I think at one point it could be like a diversion. Listen, right, what we have going on here this week is a big Obamacare summit, and we have massive job losses going around the country. And I think this is sort of like one of those crisis situations. Oh, look, here's a new crisis. We need to pass this job bill in order to stop the domestic abuse that's going on in the country. And I think that what we really should be talking about is how the loss of jobs have caused insurance to raise their hikes in places like California, Michigan, Maine, and Kansas. But instead of talking about real impact like that, not to belittle domestic violence, but that's not the key thing that's plaguing America right now.
Well, one of the things that crossed a lot of people's minds, I think, is that suddenly now we're focused on jobs. Where was Harry Reid, Penny, in the last year when he was talking about only health care?
He was talking about jobs all the way through, and one of the things is health care is about jobs, because you need the health care. As rising costs occur, people aren't hiring as much. So I think the diversion actually was away from the Senate bill, which was Harry Reid's shining moment yesterday when he was able to get 5 Republicans to join with him finally to be able to get this country back on a track for creating jobs. So I think that was the diversion. All of this is just, a lot more talk than not.
All right, you're being very civil here.
Yeah,
that was sort of a sinister chuckle, though. So, James,
here it is. Listen, if this is all about jobs, we have this massive job loss, and we have domestic violence problems in Nevada. What we need to do is lay this right at the feet of Obama, who over the last year twice, slammed Nevada, slammed Las Vegas. So we can say that domestic violence, we can say that this is partly Obama's fault for causing so much job loss in Nevada.
The President of the United States for the rise right now in Nevada. This is just a symptomatic, unfortunately, of the loss of jobs. So the President is focused, and you saw this was a first step, we hope, of many more steps to get this country back and getting the economy straight.
All right, Penny and James, thanks very much for the debate. We'll see what Harry Reid says tomorrow.